Ladies and gentlemen, the holidays are approaching, and you know what that means? Holiday content. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas, do-do-do-do-do, everywhere you go. Buckle up, ladies and gentlemen, because this next month, you're going to be seeing some holiday content from your favorite YouTuber, El Augustine. But this is the time of the year when we spend more money than we normally do on gifts, travel, and decorations. And although we are spending more money than normal, there are ways to save money during this time of the year and save money without looking cheap, because nobody likes to look cheap during the holidays. And so in this video, I want to share 11 ways that you can save money this holiday season without looking cheap. Now, the first way is get a permit and cut down your own Christmas tree. If you're watching this video the day it was posted, yesterday was Thanksgiving, and normally after Thanksgiving, people go to Christmas farms to buy a Christmas tree, which might cost somewhere between $80 and $150. And let's be real Christmas trees are better than fake ones. They look better and they smell nicer, but they are expensive. However, if you live in the United States, specifically in an area that has evergreen trees, aka the West, you can go to the National Forest Service website that I linked in the description, type in the national forest near you, and get a permit to cut down your own Christmas tree for $20, up to 5 trees actually. So get your family in a car, go out to the National Forest and cut you down a Christmas tree. It's much cheaper and you're creating a much more memorable experience. Now the second way is get decorations from the thrift store. When I was a kid, one fond memory that I have of the holidays was all the lights and decorations that we had around the house. Decorations create a very special environment. However, they are very expensive. But one way you can save money on decorations is simply to go to the thrift store and get decorations. For example, I went to the thrift store near my house and they had a giant selection of stuff for prices 70% cheaper than the retail stores. You can still get that holiday feel without spending hundreds of dollars. Now, the third way is make your own decorations. If you want to have a memorable holiday experience without breaking the bank, another way to do it and save money on your decorations is to simply create your own decorations, and the options are endless. You can make paper snowflakes, oranges with cloves, and candy cane ornaments. A little side note, when I was teaching English in Ecuador, during the holidays in the elementary school, I taught the kids how to make paper snowflakes and they went wild. You see, there's no snow in Ecuador unless you're atop a volcano, so it was a very exotic thing for them. But making your own decorations is a great way to save money while having experiences and also creating a cool home environment. So get your childhood imagination going and make your own damn decorations. Now, the fourth way to save money in the holidays is be flexible with traveling. If you're traveling this holiday season, you'll notice that prices are way more expensive than they normally are. For example, for Thanksgiving, I traveled from Colorado to Atlanta to see my family. And normally a ticket from Denver to Atlanta cost $100, but the week of Thanksgiving, it cost me $300. Which is a lot more expensive, but I'm fine with paying that because you only get so many Thanksgivings in life. Capitalism wins. But that $300 ticket was actually relatively cheap in comparison because I was so flexible when I bought the ticket. It's a 1 a.m. flight on a budget airline. But if I wasn't flexible and I wanted a more convenient time on a nicer airline, it would have cost me $800. Which is a huge difference. And if you're willing to be more flexible with your travel times and fly Frontier at 1 in the morning and come back in 1 in the morning, it's not as bad as it sounds. You can save hundreds of dollars. It's worth it every time, believe me. Now, the fifth way is pack everything you need when traveling. Now, if you're traveling this holiday season, another way to save money is just to simply make sure that you pack everything you need before you go. Things like toothpaste, your toothbrush, shampoo, soap, and other things. And of course, some extra pairs of underwear. I think I can speak on behalf of everyone that Thanksgiving food, it gets me every time, ladies and gentlemen. But we often forget to bring these simple things when we're packing, and then when we get to the destination, we end up spending $50 to $100 to get these small items. So if you just bring them, you'll save some money. Now, the sixth way to save money this holiday season is take advantage of your family's resources. Again, if you're planning on traveling this holiday season, things can really add up. You gotta pay for your plane ticket. Maybe you're gonna rent a car and stay in a hotel. And if you're not careful, you could easily spend thousands of dollars for a 1-week trip to see your family. And one way you can lower these costs is to simply take advantage of your family's resources. And I'm not saying that you take advantage of your family, get them to pay for everything, but if you're going to see your family, get them to pick you up at the airport instead of getting a rental car, or stay at their house to avoid getting a hotel. If you're spending the money to fly out to visit your family, it's not a huge ask for them to pick you up at the airport. And if you can take advantage of these small resources that we have as families, you could save hundreds of dollars. And ultimately, what are families for? Now, the seventh way to save money is only eat out with others until the holidays are over. During the holidays, we go to more events and spend more money on eating out than we normally do, whether that's holiday parties, getting together with friends, or maybe getting a quick bite to eat while traveling. And we should do these activities because they create lifelong memories with people we love. However, they are expensive and they can add up. But one way you can save money while still getting to do these activities is until the holidays are over, stop doing these normal activities like getting lunch out at work, getting takeout when you don't feel like cooking, or getting a quick snack at the drive-thru, and use that money for eating with friends instead. That way you still get these experiences to spend with people you enjoy, but you don't end up spending a lot of money by having this large added expense and instead are just using money in a different way. Now, the eighth way is narrow down who you give presents to. Christmas has become this extremely commercialized holiday where people will fight to the death over some toy that they'll forget about by the new year. I mean, the average American spends $923 on Christmas gifts, which is a lot of money. And although I don't agree with this practice of gift giving that we have in our culture, I also don't like to come across as this cheap person that doesn't get anybody anything. But one way I work around this is to be more selective who I give gifts to. For me personally, I mainly give gifts to the kids. In my family, the adults don't really give each other gifts, but by narrowing down who I give gifts to, I'm still part of the experience and I also don't break the bank. Now, the ninth way is spread out your purchases. During the holidays, there's a lot of extra things that we have to buy, like plane tickets, gifts, or decorations. And these things can really add up to a lot of money. But one way I save money, or at least make it easier to pay for these extra things, is to spread out the purchases over time, where I might buy my plane ticket for Thanksgiving in September, my Christmas plane ticket in October, pay for an airport parking in November, get some gifts in October, and get some decorations in December. That way I don't have this big lump sum to pay for. It's much more manageable when I spread out the purchases over a few months. Now, the 10th way to save money during the holidays is don't feel pressure to give to charity. This is the time of the year when everybody's asking you to give. Stores are asking you to round up your purchases. Santa's outside the grocery store wanting you leftover change. And you get dozens of letters in the mail asking you to give. And if you have the extra money and you want to give, then give. But don't feel pressured to give to charity because we're in this season of giving. Not everyone is in a position of giving. I'm not in the position to write a check for $1,000 to charity. I got my own bills to worry about. Like they say in the airplanes, put on your own mask before assisting others. If you're not in a position to give, don't even feel pressure to round up 5 cents at the grocery store, because in all honesty, the only reason they're doing that is because of tax write-off purposes. Now, the final way to save money this holiday season without looking cheap is breathe. We're approaching the time of year that is a lot more stressful than normal. We travel more, we spend more, we interact with people more. And when you get stressed out, you end up making a lot of bad financial decisions. You impulse buy, seek convenience, and could even hurt yourself. A quick side story. About a month ago, I got so stressed out about various things in my life that when I was driving, I ended up hitting a curb and popping my tire. Luckily, that was the only thing that happened. I just needed to buy a new tire. But when you're stressed out, you can't think as clearly and you make bad decisions. I popped my tire and it was a sign from the universe that I just needed to breathe and chill out for a second. And as we approach the holiday season, we can't forget to breathe because the holidays are a lot more stressful. But the holidays are not about spending money. It's about spending time with our family. And we only get so many holidays in life. And so we should make the most of them and try not to stress out as much. And as NSYNC says, it's the best time of the year for the family. Merry Christmas and happy holidays.